More jokes from CW here. Gotham Knights, 33% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's getting absolutely obliterated in reviews. This is an awful, awful synopsis series. Really not good. And look, you only need to know it's from the CW to know it's not going to be particularly good. But the reviews are coming in and they're hilarious. Genuinely hilarious. Now, by the way, some of these reviews had already dropped a while ago anyway, but there's more coming out. So it's fun to kind of see as the general consensus reaches this. And I know lots of people will go, well, the critics hate it, therefore, you know, it must be good. Look, CW's got a real bad track record. Use some, you know, historical reference to go off here. So yeah, a couple of weeks ago, a number of fan sites shared their verdicts on the show, with the majority of those reviews were terrible. Really, really bad. And it's not even Batman themed, really. Yeah, not even Batman themed. But now the trades are basically weighing in on all of this, and oof, is it terrible and just hilarious. I thought we'd go through it together, because why not? If you're new here, do hit subscribe, and if you want to support the channel a bit further, we've got memberships and we have Patreon. Memberships will be getting their own members-only stream after the Hcast on Thursdays, so stay tuned for that, and you know, check out the memberships if you want to support a bit further. So this is from the rep. It's possible that Gotham Knights might have felt edgy or unique 20 years ago, when Smallville's whole gimmick was doing a Superman story without actually showing Superman in costume. But in 2023. The superhero zeitgeist has mostly moved on, both on the big screen and the small. There's too much other quality content based on comic book universes populating the broadcast and streaming landscape to make this feel like anything other than an embarrassing afterthought. Brutal. Actually brutal. And I love it. I'm here for it. And this is what they say. It says CW's likely final DC series is a bummer ending to the network's superhero legacy. It's Robert. So the premise behind Gotham Knights, by the way, just as an FYI, is basically putting a spin, putting a pin in the remarkable 18-year run, blah 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 blah. But what it's all about is no Batman. He's sort of dead, and then there's like Joker's daughter in this. It's oh god, it's so bad. Joker's daughter or Harley Quinn's daughter. It's just the worst. It's utter crap. So, oh god, honestly, unfortunately, this makes the CW's Gotham Knights feel like even more of a missed opportunity. While there's a kernel of an interesting idea at its core and some strong performances within the ensemble, it's hampered by world building far too reliant on other interpretations of the myth for their resonance, and a core roster of young heroes not interesting enough to rouse our interest over the long haul. In lieu of familiar Bat-affiliated heroes such as Nightwing or Batgirl, both of whom were likely rendered off limits due to other screen commitments, including a recently axed feature film for the latter, the focus here is newly created lead Turner Hayes. Adopted by Bruce after being orphaned, Turner doesn't learn until too late about his foster father's penchant for beating up, you know, evil people, but he didn't know he was Batman, basically. After being framed for Wayne's murder, Turner teams with high school chum Stephanie Brown, on-the-run siblings Harper and Cullen Rowe, or Rowe, and Carrie Kelly, aka Robin. Ugh. So basically, they're trying to, oh yeah, and then Joker's daughter, Duella. Ugh. Ugh. Who's no fan of her dad, but isn't fully on board with the good guys. It's just the worst. Piece of absolute shite. Anyway, Hollywood Reporter. Without enough style or personality to shed new light on this world, though Gotham Knights' darkness starts to look awfully dull, but if the cast is really determined to blaze a new trail forward for Gotham City, these knights will need to start by not retreating so readily into the past. Essentially, it's absolute poo. Real poop. Superhero soap. I mean, that alone, the superhero soap, struggles to find its identity. And just this alone, just as a screen grab, I mean, where's... It just looks like a sitcom. I bet it's shot in 60 frames a second as well. I bet you anything. Which is not good. And it's always that, you know, oh, Batman's not here. Ugh. Gotham Knights struggles to get out from under in the 6-hour-long episodes sent to critics. 6-hour-long episodes, wow. It's Batman's work that links all the characters, Batman's death that finally brings them all together, Batman's history they're made to sift through, and Batman's legacy they work to live up to. Amid all the Bat business, the show's own identity tends to get a little lost. Goodness me. Goodness me. It's a murder mystery, apparently. It's literally just a murder mystery with heroes, but also a soap opera at the same time. Could you think of anything worse? But it all feels weightless when the Knights themselves are so flimsily conceived. Turner, one of the show's newly original creations, a child of Bruce Wayne who's not any of the half a dozen or so other children of Bruce Wayne introduced in the comics over the years, seems to have inherited his father's reserve, but not the intensity or darkness that made him so intriguing. And Morgan proves able to do only so much with the dialogue, mostly devoid of humour or nuance. Similarly, although Keegan makes a big first impression as erratic, unpredictable dueller, that only makes it more frustrating that she's offered so few notes to play. Oh dear, oh dear. I actually used to like Superman and Lois, but yeah, this is hilarious. What an epic, epic bomb. Really? I can't believe some people have actually certified this alright. How? Sacrifices character at the altar of the superhero business. Good. Gotham Knights is a half-decent DC Universe story that's unfortunately couched in teen melodrama and colour grading more irritating than atmospheric. Love that. The CW's latest superhero series, Gotham Knights, tries to boldly reinvent the Batman mythos, only to be restrained by reheated teen drama. Yeah, it's a teen soap. Fuck. It takes a little while to find its footing, but once it does, DC fans will be happy with the outcome. Mama's Geeky. Tessa Smith. Hayden Mears of Slant magazine. With its heart caught between a daytime soap and a gritty superhero drama, this series never feels as potent or as focused as it could. While it struggles to get a bit out the gate, once it does, it delivers an interesting approach to a Gotham-centered Batman-adjacent story that's got just enough mystery and enough comic book DNA to make an intriguing watch. Wow. Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. This is like CW going out with a flop, as always. You know, this is their last thing. They're done now. They won't be making any more DC stuff, so goodness me. And this was them actually just trying to capitalise on Gotham Knights' game name as well, which is just utter. God, gotta hate him for that. Anyway, thought you'd find this funny. I did. Hit subscribe, give the video a like. Take care.